Hmm. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get started here. So, the purpose of this video is to help anybody out there that might be wanting to get their business going, their Amazon business. I've been doing it for quite a while. Um, my latest run has been from 2017, about July of 2017, June or July until now. And I haven't had any breaks since then. I show my numbers all the time. So you guys know it's been up, it's been down. Last year was absolutely my best. It keeps getting better. I actually think that this is the best time for a person to be selling on Amazon, but I got to be specific about that. I'm talking specifically about uh, someone who already has an Amazon account. Okay, so let's say you've had your account for a while, but you just really haven't done anything with it. So your account has some age to it, um, some maturity. You might have even, had some experience. You kind of know your lane where you've been able to get some headway. man, it is like the best time for you. And that's who I'm really looking for. Of course, this is going to be good for anybody, but specifically with the way things have been going with Amazon lately. If you've got an existing account, not starting from scratch, you've got an existing account and you just haven't been doing much with it. It's very easy to become inactive. Uh, I'm here to spark, give you that kickstart, spark, give you that energy. That's why later we're going to talk about a new community that I have formed, um, a mastermind, and man, it's just the things that are happening are just unbelievable. I am so excited about it. Now, what I'm doing right now, um, I'm just sort of looking around at some products. And while we're looking, I'm going to talk to you about how I have gotten to where I'm at right now. Now, last year, I did just under $500,000 uh, on Amazon. And you guys know I work a full time job too. So it's not one of those things where, for me, it's not one or the other. I like getting to the bag anywhere I can. Multiple bags are great for me. But you have to understand, how did I get there? Because I talk a lot about arbitrage. I demonstrate arbitrage. I show arbitrage, but at the same see. Having some problems here. What's this? Uh, oh, now you can hear me, but you can't. So you guys can hear me now, but you can't see me. Hold on a second. It's always something crazy going on with this. Let me see. Let's see. Camera. Well, you know what? Tell you what. You just won't get to see my face then. If you can hear me, let me know, and we'll just keep it going because I don't know what's going on. Let's see here. Let me go to my. Okay. So anyway, if you can hear me now, let me know what your favorite category is, and I'll fool around with the camera later. But let's see something. Can you see me and hear me now? I don't know. Let's see here. And I'll just keep rolling. Let's see. Okay, cool. So anyway, what was I yakking about? I don't remember. I'll get going again, but like I was saying, if you guys, I think it would be really good if I come back tomorrow and just keep coming as much as I can. Eventually, we'll find our rhythm together, uh, and we'll get to the bag, guys. It's just about persevering, being, you know, consistent, and that's actually what I aim to do here. Help you to be consistent. You don't have to do it alone. Come out here with me. Let's do it together. If you've got questions, ask me questions. That's what I'm here for as well right now. If you got questions about it, about selling on Amazon, don't hesitate. Put it in the chat. Let's see now. I tell you what, guys, it is tough out here to find products anymore. That's why I stress, to my group, I really think retail arbitrage To me, that's number one because it's just so easy to pick an aisle, go down it, pull out your phone, and just start scanning. Or what I usually do is just take pictures, and then I can go do the research later. Um, but I'll tell you a little bit more of my story while I'm out here searching around. So, like I was saying, my latest run on Amazon started in June or July. I want to say July of 2017. Now, I had originally started selling on Amazon in 2008 when that was like '07 is when they first started accepting third party. And I went from '08 until 2014. 2014, they kicked me off the platform. And at that time, I really didn't care because I started with my own website and I was doing pretty good. But from 2014 to 2017, man, Amazon just started taking over. And you know what? I'm gonna do something with my filter. I think I may not be getting good. Sometimes you got to play with your filters. So I said I wanted a profit of at least $20. Let's lower that to 15 and see if that helps us a little bit. But no, actually, you know what? Another thing that's going to help us. Watch this. You know how you keep seeing these big prices, 73, 48, and you can look just from if this is selling at Vitacost for $5, you know doggone well this has got to be a multi-pack selling for almost $15, right? Let's try something with the filters. So we're gonna find the price if we can find it here. Let's go other filters. Oh, not giving us the filters that we want. Let me see. Hold on a second. I could have swore. So maximum price, we're gonna put at say, I'm gonna say $25. That should knock out a lot of this because all these multi-packs with these crazy prices. Now, why didn't it work? Let me see something here. Let me go back to my filters. Da, 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 da. You could filter by store, by category. I'm not going to do that though. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right. We're not doing with that. We're going to say in stock. Yes. Let me see. Nah, we'll take that out. Must be a filter messed up in here somewhere. Uh, I got something better. What about minimum price? No, I'll leave that alone. You got to play around with this stupid software, I swear. Sometimes you gotta play with your filters until you can kind of start getting more of the results that you want. Let's see. Let's try it another way. Get out of there. So you're getting it changed a bit, but not quite the way we want it. Let me see. Profit. All right, let's try that filter. All right, this might be better. Might be. Let's see. Let's take a look at what this is on Amazon. All right. So it looks like this is for one. Let me see how many people are on this. I don't know who this is. 10 West. Sometimes what you got to do, you got to try to come down to the information to make sure what you're getting. This might be restricted anyway, but we're going to go through it just to see. Yeah, this would be restricted because you can see this is from the manufacturer. But I like the kind of results we're getting now. Better. 100 bags. That ain't gonna work. What is this? Oh, that's a 6-pack. Okay. Hmm. You guys, some of you guys know Frontier Co-op. Look at that. That's not a bad keeper chart. Tell you what. I'll tell you what. Let me get this fixed so we can put some numbers in here. If this is selling at Frontier Co-op for 313, Yeah, that would be kind of tight. But don't forget, you don't have to be right at this price. If you need a couple more dollars to make this work for you, like I'm telling you now, I always jump in on these at around 12.99, and then I can make a few dollars. I might only make two, maybe three after I ship it. I'm good with that. Uh, let's see. They're saying that it's at open tip, but why would you buy it at open tip? You should be able to get it from Frontier Co-op. Uh, I'll throw it in the chat in case anybody wants to look at it. Maybe not, but I'll put it out there anyway. And we'll just keep going. Now back to my story. I got kicked off of Amazon in 2014. My website was doing great, but then Amazon started just becoming more and more popular, and Amazon.com just became the default online shopping place, and I kept losing more and more potential customers, and I finally came crawling back to Amazon. And okay, thanks, Karen. One of the hustlers let me know that garlic salt is on closeout. It's out of stock. But that's what you got to do, guys. These are the types of things you're going to run into when you're out here trying to get it. But anyway, another thing, if you guys follow me, nothing has changed, guys. You can go back to my videos from way back. See how you got this? There's no buy box. If there's a suppressed buy box, love it. If you're telling me that this 11.5 ounce queso dip, and it's plant-based, is selling for all $18.67, almost $19. Come on. Look at that. Look at that keeper chart. You got a suppressed buy box, so let's open it up. Look at how many people are on here. Look how high it goes. Look at. You see what I'm saying? I know these people too. Like this dude right here, you'll get to know some of y'all been doing this. You just haven't been, you've been inactive or whatever. You get to know your competitors. This guy right here, as soon as I see his name, I already know this is a worthwhile product. Okay. You just know from the association. I don't know who this is, this fruitfulyields.com. Let's see. But if you could get this for $5.49, you're netting $10.38 before you ship it. Heck, even if by the time you box it up, it was £1, which it won't be, but even if it was, you could still make a couple of bucks. Okay. But it's probably only going to cost you, I'm going to say, we're going to go $6.50. Let's say it cost you, you're going to make $3.88. Now that doesn't sound like a lot of money until you get up to $500,000 in sales. And I know what that's like because that's what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? You're talking a profit margin of almost 21%, a return on investment almost 71%. You gotta look at that, guys. Somebody said, or eBay to Amazon. What is that? What you're doing? You're buying on eBay and selling on Amazon? Because we were just talking about that. I'm going to throw this in the chat. This is a good one. You guys, you know how to do your research and find the product, but you can go to this. I'm going to put this link here. This is a place that you can get it. Now, back to my story. I know I keep bouncing around. Sorry. But no, I came back. I came crawling back to Amazon. I wrote a letter and, you know, it was a tearjerker. They let me back on. But when I got back on, man, the game had changed. So many sellers had came out there, or had come out there, I should say. And it was just so competitive. And I had to figure out what to do. So I happen to live in South Central Pennsylvania. That is the snack food capital of the United States. So there's an advantage. I took advantage of my geographic location. Okay. No, I don't have a prep center. I do everything 100% merchant fulfilled. And I have my reasons for that. Mostly it boils down to control. I'm not going to bore you with it unless you want to hear the whole story. If you want to hear the whole story about why I do not use a prep center, why I merchant fulfill 100%, just say it in the chat and I will tell you. It's a long story, kid, but it's working for me. And when I went merchant fulfill, everything changed for me. Now I have people that do FBA and it works for them. But when you sell food, you're dealing with expiration dates. You don't have the time on most of the products. You can find products that have long expiration dates, but I don't. I deal in snack foods, so I don't have I don't have the expiration dates that would work. 16 piece. What is this? 16 pieces. No, we ain't getting into that. But when I came back, like I said, based on my location, I had an advantage. Guys, you got to learn what your advantages are. I can't tell you what your advantage is. You got to know that. From there, I just kept working, kept doing it, kept building relationships, getting as many accounts as I could. Where I could not get an account, I just started dealing with grocery stores and ordering in bulk. And then some, I don't know, 7 years, 6, 7 years later is when things really opened up. From my experience, it takes a good 5 years, guys. It takes a good 5 years before you build some really good relationships. Don't force it. Let it happen. It'll happen organically. Let's see. Nepeto does something similar to Three Coats. Absolutely. If Nepeto works for you, go for it. I'm telling you what works for me because what works for me got me to a 500,000. Whatever works for you that's going to get you to where you're trying to go. I'm very transparent and I can tell you, I'm on my way to doing 7 figures. I don't really know what my rate of return is. Number one, I sell food, so Amazon does not allow customers to just return. They have to contact me, and in most cases, I don't even deal with returns. If I'm going to give them a refund, I just give them a refund. But Amazon doesn't allow people to return food because you don't know what they did with that. People got to eat that. So I think some of your categories, returns are a big thing. And that's one of the reasons why I stay in food. Okay. When you're selling electronics, when you're selling clothing, especially things of that nature, you're going to get your returns. And there's a lot of return fraud. I don't have to tell you, you already know. But I can tell you, if looking at it through that lens, which is not the right lens for me anyway, but if we're going to look at it through that lens, oh, look at that. You got approved for Primal Kitchen. See, somebody out here working, somebody out here trying to get it. Somebody came out here to get a free lead. And in the process, they just got approved for a whole nother brand. Now, what does that mean? She just got approved for Primal Kitchen. She can start ordering, getting more familiar. Before you know it, she's going to find a wholesaler, a distributor, or the actual manufacturer of Primal Kitchen. She's going to build a relationship. The entire line is going to be available to her. And it's all over. Working class hustlers of America. It's all over. All because she took the time. She spent the time. She paid attention. She took action. It's all over. But no, it's a very, if we're going to look at it through that lens, rate of return, it would be very low. And here's what you would love is only when it comes to food, ain't nobody returning nothing unless you authorize it. You're going to like that. You're going to like that. All right, let's see what else we got. Buffalo sauce. Oh, that's that Primal Kitchen again. See, look at that. Look at that. Now Karen gonna be selling this. You know what? And she's smart. She looked at that keeper chart and she said, you know what? I might need to get into that brand. I like Karen. Let's see. All Star Health has it for $5.99. And look at, I'm looking at, see this guy right here, $14.66. That's probably where I would jump in at. And then if it's going to cost me $5.99. See, that's, let me see, what is that? Well, it's only 8 ounces, but that's going to be tight. But don't get me wrong, guys. I will sell products where I only walk away with $1. It all adds up. You know what I mean? Let's see. Do I have a good overview of tactical arbitrage? You mean, are you saying, have I created a video that gives a good overview? Because I got a bunch of them on it. If you're asking, do I have a good grasp on the software? I'm good enough. You know what I mean? I don't like spending a whole lot of time in software because that ain't where the money at. The money is in taking action. Use it enough to find one good product every time you sit down. And then you take that one product and you exploit it. You do everything you can do. I was just talking to my group on yesterday. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even doing half of what I could be doing with the current situation that I'm in. So I'm very cautious. I'm not always running to the next software, the next product, the next thing. 1557. This probably ain't gonna work. But coffee is good if you can get it to work. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. You ain't got enough margins on that. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. If you have to be clear with me, Christian. Let me know. Are you asking, hey, Do you have some videos that give the overview? You have to say, "Hey, Horace, I'm asking, do you have a good grasp of it?" You got to be specific so I know how to answer you the best. Hello, nice to catch you live. Isn't this kind of late? Uh, yeah, I guess it's kind of late, but I was determined. I was determined that I was going to come out here for you, and I'm glad you came. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, it is kind of late, but I don't care. I'm here for you, and while you're here, if you want me to do some searching for you, because right now I'm searching in grocery because that's my favorite category, and that's the category that I got to a 500,000 in. But if you want to look at other things, just let me know. Also, let me know where you're at with Amazon. I'm out here right now specifically for people who already have an account, because if you already have an account, this is going to be your year. The fact that you're here right now with me, and if you already have an account that has maybe a little age on it, a little maturity, you just haven't been getting the numbers, maybe you've been inactive, I am here to encourage you. This is it. There is so much going on. There are so many people leaving the platform. Amazon is making it so much more difficult that this is going to be perfect for those of us who can, stick it out, grind it out. Man, it is going to be amazing. But give me a like, please. If you haven't, let me know a little bit about yourself. Specifically, how long have you had your account? And are you looking to do more? Let me know. You've been inactive. You haven't been really getting it like you should be. You are exactly who I'm looking for. But I'm not excluding if you're new and you got the tenacity, you got what it takes, you're willing to put in the work. I don't teach get rich quick. That ain't gonna happen. But if you're gonna put the real work in, hey, we can make it happen together. Not an established seller yet, no seller account, casual learning, trying to decide if this is even an option. You know what? You're smart. You're absolutely smart for being out here. If you're interested, I do have down in the notes, you'll see the Working Class Hustler Mastermind. Now, that only cost $5 to be in it. And there you'll really get a voice. Right now, you just kind of watching me, listening to me yak. I can't even see you. Come out there to the mastermind for less than a cup of coffee. You get to actually interact with other people that are actually doing it. You get a real voice. You get a seat at the table. I can see you, I can hear you, and I can answer all of your questions. And you really have nothing to lose. To be a part of a community, that's what's going to change the game for you. Okay. But if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. But yeah, I really do think you're smart for being out here, figuring out whether or not you even want to get into this. There's so many ways to make money out here. Amazon is not the only way. And in my group, we talk about other ways. We talk about eBay. We talk about Walmart. We talk about Mercari. Hell, we talk about buying pallets, all sorts of things, multiple streams of income. Let's see here. I think I like this brand. Pack of one. Let's see. That would be kind of tight though. 1176. But guys, this is the kind of stuff I sell. Snack foods. $3.49. People eat it. I love it. And here's where it gets really good. Look at it. This is 4 ounces. See, I would sell this. I would probably sell it $1 higher because I already know you figure if it's going to cost you, say, and I'm saying $6.50, it might even be a little more, but probably not. You're only going to make 77 cents. Okay. But that's a 22% return on investment. But again, I probably would sell it for a little bit more. Okay. But oh my God, guys, look at that keeper chart. I'm telling you, it takes time. But if you're willing to invest the time, I'm here to tell you, you got to ask the working class hustlers of America. They've been watching me for years, and I've been transparent right on this channel for years. Everything you need is right here. Over 550 videos right here. Go back and look when I was still in my 40s, early 40s too. Now I'm in my mid 50s. Don't tell me this doesn't work. Because when you say, does this work or does that work? Look in the mirror, because you are this and you are that. Does it work? You're asking, do you work? If you do the work, there's a fundamental law that says eventually you must get to the bag. There's no other way. I'll put this in the chat for you. Let's see. And I also put, let me see here. What a cost. Let me see. I'm just going to give you the link for this. So you got to remember, guys, what I'm doing is, you're so smart for being out here. All I'm doing is sparking. I'm setting a spark for you. And when this is over, you're going to spend time, and now you got somewhere to start. Let me see. I've been getting marketed those high pressure Zoom live trainings to open a store and do what you do. They want to charge $7,000 to mentor folks and guarantee 15,000 sales. Yeah, that's funny. You put the right emoji into that one. You already know. It's a ripoff. Yeah, I'm keeping this. I'm not gonna let Karen get this by herself. Cause see, I know her. She'll turn around and she'll buy this and leave me in the dust. I ain't having it, Karen. I'm not having it. You think you're gonna get all the money? See what this is. Who is that? Yeah, ain't that something? She done left. That's cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded. She ain't playing. Look at that. That's not a bad keeper chart right there. Is that really? Yeah. That's a 12.7 ounce pack of 1. Now this, let's see. They say it's at Kroger for $3.49. Now I don't even have a Kroger where I'm at, but you might. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let me tell you. And see, this would have a nice expiration date. Yeah, I would look into this. because you ain't going to pay more. Like I said, I like light items like this that ship under a pound. You might pay $6.50. Shoot, I'm cool walking away with 108% return on investment. I'm cool with 25% margins. You ain't going to get that in the stock market, guys. Wait. Did she say, wait, she's back? Listen, I got something even better for you. Yeah, watch those other videos. I actually have playlist, but listen, I don't care if you guys listen. I keep trying to tell you, you have me all to yourself. If you're gonna say, "Hey, La Machine," "Hey, Horace," when we go live, let's go over tactical arbitrage. We can do it. We can do it live together. Is that something you would like to do? If so, put it in the chat. That's what we can do tomorrow. I mean, we're kind of doing it right now. Look it. We're in tactical arbitrage, right? Look it. Matter of fact, let me duplicate this real quick. And we're here together anyway, so there's no sense in talking about some next time. Let's just look at it now. So here's what we're looking at. First of all, we're in tactical arbitrage. That's part of the Three Coats Seller 65. Okay, so you'll notice you get tactical arbitrage, you get Scout X, Scout IQ, Scoutify, Inventory Lab, Smart Repricer, Feedback Whiz, Feedback Whiz Alerts, Inventory Lab Accounting, and Feedback Whiz Profit Analysis. So what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different softwares that you get under the Seller 365, and it only costs like $70 a month or something like that. Okay, that's number one. You don't just get tactical arbitrage, you get the whole suite. Number two, I didn't even get into running a search. Okay, I went along the left-hand margin, because see, what you would normally do is, say you wanted to do a product search, you would click here, and then you got to fill out all this junk and get going. We can get into that, but I didn't even want to do that. Here's what I did. I went to Quick Picks, let it load, and then all I did was go to my filters, and I started filtering stuff. Now let's go back to the other window so we can look at my filters. Look it. You'll notice I got 6 filters. You notice there were no filters selected on the other window. I got 6 filters. What filters did I select? I said, let's see, I wanted it to be in stock at the particular store. Now you could have picked one store. What if you just like Walmart? What if you just like sourcing from Target? That's going to happen to you guys. You're going to find a store that you like, and that's where you want to buy. So you don't need to look nowhere else. Okay, you can filter that way if there's a specific category. You guys, some of y'all was out here with me a little earlier. I had to play around with this, right? It's not perfect. I ended up saying I wanted a maximum price of $30. That keeps you out of these big prices where you end up with multi-packs of like 8 and 12. No, we don't want that. So I put the maximum price of 30. What else did I put? I wanted, look at what I did. Most people say they want a minimum profit and they don't put a cap on the max. I did it the other way around. I said the most profit I want is $15. Okay. That gave me the results that I wanted. If I put it the other way, it just wasn't working right. So you got to play around with your filters. Next, I went with a gross return on investment of at least $1. And then I said I wanted to look in food. Now look it already told me there's 4,000 products in the grocery and gourmet category. I said sales rank less than 300,000. See, I will go all the way up to 300,000 in a sales rank. And what I'm trying to tell you, hustlers, you can get to $500,000 in sales in a year with sales ranks all the way up to 300,000. Well, most people ain't going to go that high. And you're going to have to go that high so that you're not doing what everybody else is doing. Now, remember what I'm telling you, because this is important. Eventually, you're going to find your lane. And if you do it like me, eventually, you're going to go wholesale. You're going to build relationships. The whole game is going to change. Let me show you something. Give you an example. I had one of my vendors that I deal with. He sent me a text, and you probably can't see it. Maybe you can. He said, "Are you interested in these, big dog?" Now, what is he talking about? This is a particular product from Schneider's. That's a pretzel company. You may be familiar with them, you may not. I got a chance to buy whatever didn't sell that got bought back from the grocery stores. Well, you know, what's going on in the local grocery store and what's going on Amazon is two totally different things. I mean, seriously. I buy more than some grocery stores, okay? And when that happens, trust me, they're going to treat you different. You're going to have access to things and the quantities of things that's just going to completely change the game for you, okay? Christian says, my biggest concern is money flow. I always run out of money. I can easily spend 2,000 to 3,000 in a day. Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. I am right there with you. Shoot. I could probably, let me see something here. I could probably go into my inventory lab if they let me. Let me see. I'm going to go to my reports. Go to my P&L. Man, I'm glad I came out here. I'm going to look at January. No, I spent more money than that. I got to get this updated. Let me see here. So last month, I did 49,000. But if you look at my cost of goods sold, they're saying I only spent 10,000 basically. No. I can guarantee you that. I mean, hell, you know doggone well, if I spent just in shipping, I spent basically $16,000. You know what I mean? So no. I got to get that updated. No, inventory lab. It's not fancy. It's one of the older softwares out there, but it works. He shed man cave. I sell everything under a single store account. It's very, very rare that I sell anything anymore. For me to sell something that's not grocery, it's coming out of my death pile. If you know what I'm saying, it's funny because that death pile, that thing, it stays with you. Oh, let's see. So yeah, let's go back to work. We still got some time, guys. Let's see if we can find something else. Guys, please make sure you ask me questions. Use me. You got me all to yourself, and you always will. That's an advantage to you. All right, let's see. I got lost here. I don't know. You let me know. Christian. Oh, you found an item? Let's take a look at it. Um, let me see. I gotta look that up. What is that? B. I guess that's 00. PKVNATM. Is it this matcha tea? Let me see. Nope, that ain't it. It's this tea, I guess. It's got a good rank. It just depends. Let's see. Got a solid. I like that keeper chart. It's got 4 people selling, so you already got proof. Well, here's the problem. All these listings are under this Hawaiian Islands, I think. Maybe not. Let's look at the stores. Oh, they got some of that Kona coffee. I haven't had any. I've been to Hawaii, but I didn't have any Kona coffee. I got brought some back and didn't even try it. Let me see. No, you know what? You might be able to sell this. Did, let's tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna search that with Google Lens, and that ain't doing what I want because I don't know what Google has done. I used to be able to just right click on the product and search it with Google Lens, and then it would just show me who all was selling it. But no, we had to get with all this AI crap. Now, hmm, okay. Do you do you sell any Trader Joe's products? If you can find a few, they're solid. Mhm. I don't know where you could find it. Got to do some looking around, I guess. Because I can tell you right now, that's too high. 690, 695. Yeah, that's too high. I have to figure that out. But you might be able to find it at a price that works for you. If you can get your hands on it. Oh, it was on Target? Okay. All right. That's cool. But when it comes back, you're going to be ready. See, that's what this is all about, guys. Sometimes you may not find something right then and there, but you're training yourself. You're training so that you're ready. When it comes back in stock, you're not going to hesitate because you already know the value of it. No, this wouldn't work. I don't think. Always open it up. Well, this probably ain't even got nobody but Amazon on it. Oh no, this is Civilized Coffee. That's the brand. Let's see. What is this? Oh, that's some old Valentine's junk. And you can see Amazon had it up until here. Kroger. Out of stock. Which I don't have a Kroger anyway, but oh, of course. Chili sauce. This is a 7-pound can. Boy, that's a big can. But I wouldn't let that weight scare me. It's the dimensions of the box that get you. That's a horrible keeper chart anyway. But sometimes some of the stuff you come across, wow. Pack of 24. Yeah, I got to get better with my filters because I think we could definitely do better. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Let's see. Variety pack. Come on. Now that's a nice keeper chart right there. Amazon's in stock. Well, at least they were from here to here. Um, they must be out of it now. $19.50. Hmm. 834. I don't know, guys. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. Unless you got, let's see, 17, 18. Now, if you're bold enough, like this guy's selling it for $22.99, maybe then, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that would work then. Now, some of you guys know how to use your keeper chart to see, are any of them selling at $22. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into that right now, but uh what about out of stock products? Out of stock on Amazon, because that's a great way to find products. If you want to filter for products, like for instance, I know you can do it in tactical arbitrage. You can do searches where all you care about is what's out of stock on Amazon. That is a great way to find products that you can jump on. And you'll do fine because you'll be the only person that has it until somebody reverse searches your store, which is going to happen. And then all of a sudden there'll be 15 people on it. But you know what? Those days are starting to go away as more and more people leave the platform. That is, I'm telling you guys, that is the biggest thing that has happened to me. People don't like selling on Amazon anymore, and Amazon is deliberately making it more and more difficult. That's playing right into your hands. Right into your hands. Yup, absolutely. Look at that. Korean fermented kimchi, mother-in-laws. The problem is I don't have a Myers near me. All right, I got about 3 minutes, guys. So if you got any more questions, you're gonna have to ask. If you got any more comments, you're gonna have to give them to me now. If you want me to come back out tomorrow, you gotta tell me now. Let's see. Because I want to come out tomorrow, but if you don't want me to come out tomorrow, you know what? No, I ain't coming on. I'm not gonna force. If you don't want, if you don't want me to, I'm not gonna do it. Let's see here. Oh no. Oh boy. 8 pounds of raisins? Whoo! Oh my goodness. Not a bad keeper chart either. You have got to be kidding me. It's out of stock anyway. And the price wasn't right. But 8 pounds of raisins. Holy. Oh, thank you so much. There will always be someone who wants you to. You are generous with the dropping of the knowledge and an encouraging attitude. Thank you so much. But yeah, Since you said that, I'm coming back tomorrow. Uh, yeah, you're probably right. You know, I was just talking to somebody. He had not too long ago. He had a Costco, a Sam's Club, and a BJ's membership. Unbelievable. And didn't buy nothing. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up, but don't worry, fear not. I will be back tomorrow. Remember, check down in the link. If you're interested in the Working Class Hustler Mastermind, that is a community. It's very small right now, so you could be a founding member. It only costs $5 a month, and what it will do is actually put you in direct contact with myself and others that are just like you. I'm telling you, that's what's going to give you a voice. That's what's going to give you a community. You already know. You become like the people you spend time around. So when you start spending time around people that are better than you, when you start spending time around people that are consistent, okay, you're going to become better than what you are now, and you're going to become consistent. And that is what's going to get you the results. Nothing else but perseverance. Whatever it is you need. Christian, you said you keep running out of money. Keep going, bro. The money will come. If that's what you need to get to what your goal is. Now, you got to know what your goal is. But once you realize what that is, listen, whatever it is that you need, you are going to get. It's a law. It's not an opinion. It's not a theory. It's not a feeling. It is a law, a universal law. So we're going to get there together. Love you all. I'll be back tomorrow. Look for the notification. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do it. Please, please, please give a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and all that crap. And I will see you tomorrow.